Happy holidays, Lunker Seekers. It is December 2022, and I have gotten my December Monsterbass box in. And this one, I opened up already. I'm going to go through it with you. This one is a special month, especially for us down south. There's a lot of really good baits in here that will definitely put up some numbers for us down here. And a couple of nice little added items that are sure to make your holiday special. So here we go. We're going to break into this month's box, Monsterbass. And as always, they have a little pamphlet. This one has a protect your gear, goes into different ways to protect your tackle, how to winterize your kayak, things like that. Really great information. So the baits this month are really centered around the colder months, or as you transition from fall into winter. So down here in the south, these are definitely going to come into play. The one I'm really excited about here is the red lipless crankbait from Vicious. It is a deep red. You see here with the black accent. That's going to go really well down here. Bass tend right now in that transition, and it's a smaller profile too. So down here they tend to focus more on the smaller bait size, and this vibrating bait, that tight wobble, will do really well with that, especially on those colder days. In the mornings, I'll probably run that closer to like riprap, along riprap, where the heat kind of builds up a little bit, but they'll be focusing on those bait fish. And you got that red crawl look. So as the crawdads start digging down in stuff, they'll start turning red as they go into hibernate. Next one is Bruiser Baits. Again, this is kind of that transition time. So as the water warms up, certain bodies of water, a square bill crankbait will still work well. This is that nice 60 shag type color, blue back with the yellow streak down the middle. Another great bait. And you know, it's going to get down in the shallow parts, run this along rocks, lay downs, things like that. As the water heats up, that would do well as well. And of course, when it starts getting cold, everybody starts thinking jerk baits. So they included a BB Lab jerk bait in here. It's a smaller profile. It's not exactly 110. I would say it's probably a 90, but it's a thicker profile, has a higher back to it. And it's the 2 treble hooks. Again, that smaller profile, that smaller bait. This should do really well down here. I'm excited to get this one. And then again, that transition time of year, this is a good, thick, nice, bulky popper from 13 Fishing, chrome with a blue top on it. Again, they're going to be attacking bait fish. If they're hitting top, if they're pushing them up to the surface, this is great to have tied on. When you see that happening, pick this up and sling it over there and give it a couple of pops right in the middle of those bait fish that are getting hit. And a lot of times you just leave it there a couple of seconds, 10, 15 seconds after a couple of pops. They're going to come up and nail it. This is a great, great type of bait for situations where they're schooling up on schooling bait fish. So 4 great plugs that are in there. Then they get into soft plastics. So they included some Z-Man goats in here. These are killer flipping lures. Again, with that Elastec material, they last forever and ever. That's why they only put like 4 or 5 in a pack, because they're going to last a lot longer. Me personally, I have a hard time keeping them pegged, but I saw a trick where if you use a offset hook or a wide gap offset hook, you can actually take like a piece of, you could use a bobber stop, a little sliding bobber stop, put it on the actual hook, and that'll help keep it pegged a little better. Or super glue always works. Or another thing you can do is once you get it past that bend in the hook, have a little bit of the plastic in that bend, and then push a toothpick, a little piece of toothpick through there, and then break the sides off. And that'll keep it from sliding down as well too. So a couple little tips there for you on that. Try these out. Again, you can't go wrong with black and blue. I mean, that's a great color any time of year. And see, they've also included Lunker Hunt finesse worms, a little Ned rig. So it actually comes with a Ned hook in the center one, and then 2 extra lures. Perfect color. Looks like that little watermelon seed. Looks like the bottom half is like a 5.5 or 6 inch stick bait. But I mean, perfect little bait for Ned heads. Very finesse presentation. This should do really well, especially in ponds. And the second pack of lures is these little big bites jerk. What do they call these things? Jerk head, jointed jerk minnows. Jointed jerk minnows. So I'm gonna pull one of these out. Oh, they smell like licorice. All right, so if you look at this, all right, there's like little slots in the tail. Okay, and that makes that gives it that side to side action. Very oily, got a lot of that scent on them. And again, you've got the that little smoke and silver, perfect for a shad imitation. And they included with that, to rig them up, some 3/0 spear point offset hooks, wide gap hooks. So that's perfect for these. You can put those on there. You can use these for drop shot. You could, I mean, bite the tip off and put that puppy on a net head if you wanted to. You could put it on a small shaky head. You could nose hook it and just run it free line. Most people are going to do that nose hook presentation on a drop shot. But this would actually work well on a Alabama rig as well. So if you wanted to run it on an A rig, because it's going to look very much like that small fry that's running, that small shad fry that's running through the waters. So those in the hooks. What they also included this month, Merry Christmas, is a Monsterbass net gator. And looks like it's like fish pattern, like bass pattern. So net gator's always handy. It's not the thick fleece kind, but I usually wear this year round. It's more to protect my face from wind and stuff. The warmth aspect of it, as the sun heats up, it's really not that big of a deal down here. Get up north, the fleece is going to be more important. But again, this is more centered around where I live here in the South. And of course, they throw in a killer sticker. This month's decal. That's a vicious looking zipper mouth fish there. And then every month they include that golden ticket. So on Thursdays, Rick will get out there online and he'll announce a golden ticket winner. And there's a number on these tickets. And if he calls out your number, you're going to win that particular giveaway. So if you haven't signed up for Monsterbass boxes, you need to give this a try. These are really cool. They come once a month. You can get 3 packs. You can get a year's worth. They've got all different kind of options. You can get specialty packs and boxes. So if you focus on panfish, you can get a panfish box. You focus on bass, get a bass box. They set them up regionally. So when you type in where you live, they're going to send you baits that are focused on where you live. So you're not going to get ice fishing baits if you live in Florida, okay? But you're also not going to get a lot of Florida-based baits like speed worms and stuff like that in the middle of winter when you live up north. So that's the nice thing about that. Rick's got this down to a science. Look them up, Monsterbass Co. on Instagram and Facebook. Check them out on their website. Really good setup. One of the best boxes on the market, if not the best, in my opinion. Give them a shot, and Merry Christmas, tight lines.